Whether it's escaping persecution in their home country or just finding a better way of life for them or their family, each migrant has their own story to tell. But one thing is common: the lengthy process and many obstacles it takes to even get a chance at getting citizenship is no doubt daunting. For many, it's a sacrifice they're willing to make, but some others fall through the cracks. 1.6 million. That's nearly how many asylum cases were backlogged last year at immigration courts across the country. The gap has left immigration courts underwater, with little hope of catching up. One of the main reasons why? The coronavirus pandemic. I reached out to the U.S. Department of Justice to get more perspective on the current caseload immigration judges are dealing with. Although the DOJ declined to speak with me on camera, they did point me toward nationwide statistics. More than 114,000 cases were completed in 2021. That's nowhere near enough to keep up with the more than 1 million cases and growing. But behind those numbers are people like Ismael Garcia, who, after making the long and difficult journey from Cuba, shared an embrace with his friend, overcome with emotion at how far they've come. I have children in Cuba. I have my mom. I want to make a future here in the United States, and I hope this kind American government chooses me so I can move forward. Garcia and thousands like him hope they will have their asylum claim heard, but the road to get there can sometimes be even longer than the journey north. One of the many hurdles they face is a lack of access to resources. That's where people like Lilian Serrano comes in. She's the co-director for Universidad Popular, a nonprofit based out of San Diego County that's been on the front line, helping migrants through humanitarian means and informing them of their rights. The organization is part of a larger network named Alianza Comunitaria.
It's a network that informs community members of the presence of immigration rates, checkpoints by Border Patrol and by police, and information that we think folks in our network might benefit from.
Serrano tells me that navigating the U.S. legal system is a process that can oftentimes be overwhelming.
The language is probably the number one. We end up using legal service providers that are private attorneys, which brings a whole different level of challenges right now because now we're talking about finances.
But not everyone gets to have their day in court. According to the DOJ, in 2021, as few as 7,285 people were granted asylum.
After traveling so long to get to the United States, to be able to find a safe haven, and then being rejected at the border. There's thousands of people being expelled in Title 42.
Paulina Reyes-Perrariz is an immigration attorney for the Immigrant Defenders Law Center. She tells me that, on top of the backlog of cases, Title 42, a Trump-era policy dusted off during the coronavirus pandemic, forces people who manage to make it to the U.S. return to their home country. In some cases, a home they fled out of fear for their lives, a policy she describes as inhumane.
It should not be in place for individuals seeking asylum and fearing return to their home country. It's the law to be able to seek asylum. Individuals just want a safe place to be, away from persecution, away from possibilities of torture.
Last December, the Biden administration also re-implemented another Trump-era policy following a court order, the Migrant Protection Protocols, better known as the Remain in Mexico policy. It was first put in effect at the San Diego and El Paso port of entries, with plans to expand it to other sectors through 2022. Something Reyes-Perrariz says is arbitrary and oftentimes puts people in vulnerable situations.
So every time they have a court hearing, they are bussed in early in the morning and they have to wait until the afternoon for their cases to start, speak with the judge, and then get a new hearing and are returned back to Mexico to dangerous places sometimes. Some folks don't have housing or a stable place to live or stay the night.
And it appears the message is consistent among both nonprofits and elected leaders alike. Both sides are calling on the Biden administration to do more.
How are you guys planning to step in to address those shortfalls?
I think, and this is something that we all agree on, it shouldn't be the nonprofit sector, right? This is an issue that should be solved by not even our county officials, but this is a problem by our federal government.
Joe Biden, who took an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution, should honor that, along with his self-appointed border czar, Kamala Harris.
I reached out to U.S. Customs and Border Protection and Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE, to ask about how many people have been returned under Title 42 since it's been implemented, but did not hear back. Meantime, the U.S. Supreme Court will determine the fate of the Remain in Mexico policy in April.